Tilly Baldwin in Riding Stampede, New York, 1916. The iconic figure of the cowboy, a lasting symbol of American culture, continues to display its striking presence and indomitable skill. In the city of New York in 1916, Tilly Baldwin, one of the few women to stand out in this traditionally male-dominated field, demonstrated her exceptional ability in Riding Stampede. In the image, a cowboy confidently showcases a .44 caliber Henry rifle. This rifle model, known for its reliability and technical innovation at the time, was not commonly used for buffalo hunting. Although the Henry rifle was advanced for its era, especially in terms of repeater capacity, buffalo hunters often preferred larger caliber single-shot rifles like the Sharps, Vera McGinnis, and 2 other cowgirls. Across America, whether in the workplace or parades, Western-style attire represents the standard clothing for both men and women involved in these sectors. In 1912, at Crater Lake National Park, located in the state of Oregon, a unique and memorable boat ride took place. The lake, known for its breathtaking natural beauty and deep blue waters, is the center of an ancient volcanic caldera formed around 7,700 years ago by the eruption of Mount Mazama. In the Hopi villages in 1900, a significant cultural practice was in full swing, with a focus on the art of basket making, a skill traditionally maintained and perfected by Hopi communities. This period represented a vital era for the preservation and celebration of their traditions, with basketry being a standout. Stephanie Hagenbarth, belonging to the Hagenbarth ranch-owning family, manages a cattle ranch established in the border region between Idaho and Montana. This property has been maintained and operated by the Hagenbarth family since the 1880s. Here are the names of some United States Marshals who, in addition to their regular duties, also played active roles in Indian Territory. After a 5-year period of evading capture by authorities, Ned Christie, wanted for the murder of Deputy Daniel Maples, finally had his fate sealed. In the 1928 film set in Wyoming, Tim McCoy portrays the character of Lieutenant Jack Colleton. In the plot, Lieutenant Colleton and his detachment of soldiers are tasked with a crucial mission: to establish order and peace in a territory marked by tensions and conflicts. In 1849, Army engineer Lieutenant Emil Weeks Whipple rescued a young Yuma Indian girl who had become lost in the southern desert of New Mexico Territory. The girl was nearly dead from exposure, thirst, and hunger when Whipple found her and returned her to her people. In the year 1915, Mariposa Grove, a notable area within Yosemite National Park, was a place of great significance for visitors and naturalists. This forest, famous for hosting an impressive collection of giant sequoias, some of the largest and oldest trees in the world, attracted a growing number of visitors. In 1906, the Arizona Club was a notable establishment located in Las Vegas, Nevada. During this period, Las Vegas was beginning to develop as a city, still far from the world-renowned entertainment capital it would later become. The Arizona Club was recognized as one of the most popular meeting points in the region. In the year 1911, during the second annual Pendleton Roundup event, a significant moment occurred involving the participating cowgirls. Before the start of the competitions, these women, mounted on their horses and dressed in cowgirl attire, expressed their enthusiasm and competitive spirit in a memorable way. Casey Tibbs left home at the age of 14 to earn his spurs on the professional rodeo circuit. In 1949, Tibbs became a world champion and graced the cover of Life magazine. After his rodeo career, the fun-loving Tibbs spent 2 decades in Hollywood as an actor, stuntman, and rodeo technical consultant. December 1, 1886. Jim, pictured, and Rube Burrow rob a train in Bellevue, Texas. They receive only a few $100s, but it marks the beginning of a criminal campaign that will lead to a massive manhunt. In the movie Wyoming, there's a particularly revealing scene where the extent of Tim McCoy's knowledge about the American West, the frontier army, and the cultures of the local indigenous peoples is clearly showcased. This scene highlights his deep understanding not only of the geographical and historical aspects of the West. The name of this Wyoming cowboy has been lost in history, but his photograph is attributed to photographer Charles D. Kirkland of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and is estimated to have been taken between 1877 and 1895. December 3, 1880. W.S. Kugler, co-owner of the Las Vegas Gazette, publishes a lengthy article about crime in the Pecos and Panhandle country of New Mexico Territory, and he names names. They are under the leadership of Billy the Kid, a desperate rascal eligible for the captaincy of any gang, no matter how mean and lawless. In 1906, in the rustic setting of Turkey Track Ranch in Texas, a group of individuals gathered to participate in a traditional game of mumble peg. This game, rooted in the popular culture of the time, involved knife skills and a set of challenging rules that tested the player's dexterity and precision. At the same time, the Miller and Lux Ranch in California was the largest combined livestock, agriculture, and meat processing operation in the country. Founded in 1858 by immigrant butchers turned entrepreneurs, the cattle kings of the Golden State, Henry Miller and Charles Lux, the ranch covered about 1.3 million acres of land in California, Oregon, and Nevada. 19th century rifles had long barrels, typically measuring 28-32 inches, as shown by these guards from the Astoria Express Company in Oregon around 1880. Sawed-off weapons allowed for easier handling in tight spaces, but long-barreled models had better range and slightly less recoil when fired. These gentlemen from Pueblo, Colorado, in 1888, are ready for hunting with an 1886 lever-action Winchester rifle and a side-hammer double-barreled shotgun. 10 and 12-gauge shotguns were the preferred calibers in the West, and while 16, 20, and smaller-gauge shotguns were plentiful, they were considered suitable only for specialized shooting. Donaldina Cameron left a safe and comfortable life when she was young to embark on a remarkable and perilous mission. From 1895 until her retirement 47 years later, this missionary waged war against human traffickers who imported Chinese girls into the United States for servitude and prostitution. This unknown cowboy from Caldwell, Kansas, is well armed for the cattle trail. This photo was likely taken during the heyday of Kansas cattle towns. The massive 3-story Tabor Opera House boasts solid 16-inch thick brick walls, a testament to how the theater has withstood the test of time. Courtesy of the Colorado Historical Society, a packed house at the Deadwood Theater on October 17, 1906. Actor Charles Chapin wrote, "Everyone had plenty of money and spent it freely. The miners patronized our theater to the full extent of its capacity and were enthusiastic in their appreciation. The figure of the dance hall girl from the Moulin Rouge emerges as an iconic character in the vibrant and energetic atmosphere of this famous Parisian cabaret. Characterized by her dance skills and distinctive attire, she reflects the essence of Parisian nightlife of the era. On the Moulin Rouge stage, she performs with captivating movements and a striking stage presence, capturing the attention of the audience. God has cared for these trees, saved them from drought, disease, avalanches, and 1,000 tempests and floods. But he cannot save them from fools." John Muir is considered one of America's, and the world's, greatest conservationists. Sam Bass and his gang planned to rob a bank in Round Rock, Texas, on July 19, 1878. The attempt went awry before they could carry out the heist. Several of the outlaws, including Bass, were cut down by lawmen. There was one spectator who would go down in infamy. 17-year-old Jeff Smith witnessed it all. Teddy Blue Abbott's arrival in Miles City coincided with the peak of the cowboy capital. Teddy Blue suggested that a cowboy would never stay in town once he ran out of money. They'd mount their horse and ride back to the ranch.